Okay, here's a little test for you so you can get a little practice and see how you're doing. So grab a pen and a piece of paper or your own Excel spreadsheet or however you want to do this. But what I'd like you to do is make a note of what category you believe each one of these accounts listed here belongs in, whether it's an asset, under the asset, liability, equity, income, or expense sections of your balance sheet or income statement, okay? Stop the video now and then come back and check your answers. Okay, here's the answers. Hopefully you did great. If you have any problems or questions, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment or send me an email and I'll be happy to help you any way that I can. All right, so the next thing to do is to take this information, just as you see it here, these dollar amounts, and build your own balance sheet and income statement based off the video that you just watched. So good luck, give it your best shot. Stop the video now and then come back and check your answers. Here are our statements. Now, what I would do is start with the income statement, record the sales. There's the expenses, our gross income minus our total expenses of $100 equals the net income of $1,900. Now that comes over to the balance sheet in the owner's equity section because that income belongs to the owner of the company. So that $1,900 goes there, and then you can go ahead and pull the balances of all of the rest over to the balance sheet, starting with the assets, the cash in the operating account, savings account, and the petty cash on hand. That gives us total assets of $7,924. Our liabilities, we owe the sister $1,000, so that of course is a liability, it's a debt. The credit card payable, we owe the credit card company, so that goes there. That gives us total liabilities of $1,024. Our owner's equity section, the owner's contribution amount was $5,000, net income is $1,900 for a total owner's equity of $6,900. So remember, our total assets of $7,924 minus our liabilities of $1,024 equals our total equity of $6,900. Therefore, total liabilities of $1,024 plus the total equity of $6,900 must equal our total assets of $7,924, and they do. All right, I want to go over something just real quick. If you notice, I have dollar signs here, and I have single lines and double lines. So our dollar signs normally go on the very first dollar amount. And then you notice here I have a line here that's telling us that we're going to add everything above the line. The total asset amount there, that is the first amount on that column, so it receives a dollar sign, and the double lines means that is a grand total. Then down here under liabilities, the first amount under the single line is $1,000, so that receives a dollar sign. Credit card payable, $24 does not. We have a line there because we're going to total those two. So then that gives us a grand total for liabilities of $1,024. Notice there's no line under that. That is because we're going to add our total owner's equity to that amount. So we come down here to owner's equity, and actually this should have a dollar sign, so let's get one there because it's the first number, after a solid line there. So our net income and our owner's contribution equals total owner's equity of $6,900. So now this should have a solid line here. And we are going to add $1,024 and $6,900 for a total of $7,924, and that gets a double line for a grand total. So our two grand total amounts are the same as they should be. Same with the income statement. Our first dollar amount gets a dollar sign. Then we have a line because we're going to add everything above the line. Our gross income is $2,000. On the income statement, we're not going to put a line under the $2,000 because we're going to subtract our total expenses from our gross income to get our net income. So our $2,000 minus $100 equals our net income of $1,900, which receives a double line because we're not going to add or subtract anything else from that $1,900. All right, so if you have any questions on that, please feel free to send me an email or leave a comment, and I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can. Thank you so much for joining me. Please share the videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel.